The hot weather is here. Up next, the monsoon. That means it's time to make sure your home is ready, and we have everything that you need today. Brad Samara of Ace Hardware is going to show us where we need to start, what we need, and when we need to get it, right?
Absolutely.
I love it.
At your Valley Ace Hardware dealers, we're going to try to help you to even avoid some damage that's caused by the monsoon.
Yeah, so we have to do it now because I heard there was a couple sprinkles today.
I saw on the weather map earlier that there might be, so we need to be ready. The calendar tells us the monsoon is ready, so now it's time to get your monsoon on.
What's first?
Well, if we start on the far right, we're going to talk a little bit about safety.
Okay.
The reason I brought a tub and shower faucet that you can see right there is that you really need to stay away during lightning storms from water sources and the windows and things like that for safety. Even cordless phones you should avoid using at all possible. And when you grab your cell phone, you should use those only in the case of an emergency.
All right, so that's something
some
to
very
keep in
basic safety things. And also, if you're new to the Valley, which there are always new folks to the Valley, call your local Red Cross and find out what the drainage patterns are in the area to see what kind of flooding you have so you can get prepared in your own way.
You also need a first aid kit, whether you have one for your car or also just to keep at your house.
Absolutely. One of the things that my son's Cub Scout den did is we got our home preparedness kit ready for the monsoons. So there's just a couple of basic things that you should be ready for. One, you should always have a first aid kit in case the power goes out. You need to be able to prepare things. Also, you should have some water, 2 to 3 gallons per person per pet. You should also have some non-perishable snacks.
Okay.
With a can opener that's obviously not something that you're going to plug in. And I always have a couple of Leatherman laying around the house just in case you need to do any minor repairs or tweaking. Absolutely. And with Father's Day just passed, if you forgot Dad, that's always a good thing to get for 4th of July.
Yeah, I have one on my keychain.
Extra batteries is a good thing as well. Then one of the other things that you want to do inside the home is you really want to have flashlights at different places. We have them in various places like our end tables, by the entrance to the garage. We have a big lantern in the kitchen so we can find things out. You also want to have a battery-powered radio, something that'll get the weather channel and things like that.
Oh, good idea.
And you also found one of my son's favorite toys right there, a hand crank generator that'll get the light lit, and it'll also have a beacon.
Okay, how long do you have to do this?
Just a couple of minutes and it should get there.
All right, you keep going, I'm going to keep cranking.
One of the other things that you want to do is you want to have a lighter, or you want to have some strike anywhere matches just in case. And I always have a bottle opener just because you never know if you're going to get thirsty.
All right, how do you turn this thing on? Is it working yet?
Like that. You see
there you go,
the beacon flashing for the emergency code on the side.
So there you go, beacon flashing, and there you go. All right, very cool.
So very good. One of the other things that you're going to want to do inside, now that we've got our emergency kits ready, is we want to make sure that we've done some power conditioning. Obviously, unplugging your computer is going to be the safest thing to do. But I have a variety of surge suppressors, there's a tongue twister for you, that I plug in my satellite, my television, my computer, and all those other things.
I've heard of people's television, like things happening to their TVs if they don't have them plugged into something like this.
It's a very good thing to do because you can get some trickle effects if you get a lightning strike very close by.
Yeah, take care of that.
And it's a very good thing.
And you sell all of this,
we sell
different kinds.
all different kinds that'll fit anywhere in the house, up to a variety of jewels.
Okay, excellent.
Now we're going to move to the outside. There's a variety of things that you can do. It's a great time to make sure that you do a little trimming of your trees with this lopper.
That's huge.
Well, you've seen some of the things you want to get in because we've got a lot of spiky trees in Arizona. You want to do that. Then, of course, I brought on my 11-foot pole. At Christmas time, we talk about our 11-foot pole for decorating. So my neighbor who won't touch lopping his trees with a 10-foot pole has one of these 12-footers that he can do with that.
That's a good idea. We have a tree that's really high, and it's like, if you don't want to hire someone to do it, you can just go take care of it.
It is, and there are a variety of places to learn about proper trimming from the University of Arizona Ag Extension, and of course ASU has a number of sites as well. If you've got some small trees that you've just planted, you'll want to stake them. And the best way to stake your small trees is with lodge poles or a couple of T-posts like this, and then you're going to tie them up with a little bit of hog wire. That's the technical term for it. And then to protect the trees, you can put that around the trees and you run the wire in through that right around, just like that. It's a very easy task to do, very inexpensive to do. You also want to try to have water running away from your house. So if you don't have your downspouts or any extensions on there, it's a good time to get some downspouts on there as well.
Okay.
For those that are inclined for power, we have power saws available at our Ace Hardware retailers in town as well.
All right, and then finally, after the monsoon.
After the monsoon, if you've got a pool, you have to take care of your pool. You're going to need to brush the sides. You're going to need to back flush. You're going to need to do all kinds of different things. Then you're going to need to give some super shock and, of course, do the test and back flush. There's a variety of things to do that you can learn about at our local Ace Hardware dealers.
Excellent. You can find everything that you need at Ace Hardware, acehardwarephoenix.com/DIY to find all of these products and more. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And don't go away. We still have a lot more to come here on Arizona Midday. Take a look at this bird. So cute. Learn about him and find out where you can see it, too. Oh, beautiful. And next, tips to help you save for retirement.